We have New Zoomer and we go where Dr. Hoa Nguyen is standing by. He's the chairman for the Physicians Advisory Group. And Doc, we'll just go ahead and jump right into it. Good morning, by the way.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
So we're looking at these results from yesterday. We have a 7-day test positivity rate of 13%. 96 positive cases reported last night. 61st death also reported last night. This has been the conversation the last few weeks. Nothing is changing.
Yeah, Chris, nothing is changing. We really um, need to push the point that everyone on the island is really a frontline person, and is at this point on the lockdown is now that is everyone's responsibility to curb this virus. If we continue to do what we do, we will most likely getting much worse. So we worry now than the second surge when it first started. Yes, we are. We've very much worried. You can see the hospitalization is reached the highest point now, and more likely it will get higher. So the healthcare system will be stretched more than ever before at this point. So we just have to ask people to be responsible what they do. Again, most people know already, but I don't know how everyone's going to reach out to each one of us on the island. But the family gathering have to stop somehow. That's a huge rise on that. That's still number one. And we still have people that turn positive, get sick, seen in the clinic, that because of visitation from one family member to the next is not the same household. So, if you have your friend come over and you have your family come over to visit you, or do something else with another person, a different household, there's a great risk of catching the virus. And again, that's the number one thing. So from the family gathering that turned positive, the positive patient take that to their workplace. Just as like a cycle. And the stress to the business side of the island is that if you have to kind of be very vigilant to your employee, and if anyone that have some symptom of illness, it need to be identified and sent home. But if you're not vigilant at the workplace, potentially you can have to spread the virus within the workplace, and that's again is probably number 2 on the list. So,
Doc,
yes.
I know that you had talked about this rapid, what was it called, Bree? Rapid engagement team with public health. Do we have any movement on that?
Yeah, I think the governor really want to jump on this really quick, just because you can see the rate of positivity rate are going up in the past 2 weeks or so. So the rapid response team, they come together, like I say, very fast. And I think that this week you're going to see some action, some activity on that to try to do some target testing as we wanted in the past, but now at much aggressive way to try to dent on this positivity. So you see in the next few days a lot of things going to happen. So there's a lot of planning, involve multiple agency. So there's a lot of things going to happen this week, and hopefully,
It's
by
Wednesday.
taking this activity, it's going to be it started today. So
Oh, that's
it's
pretty
really
rapid. Yeah.
Like get
So
off the phone rapid. Like we're gonna see something or.
there's a lot of action going to be happen today. It's not going to wait for the weekend.
Uh,
So we we should what they say that it should happen like 2 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to wait.
Mm-hmm.
And the governor very much want to to happen right away. So a lot of people, a lot of agencies have been working to put this activity together. So hopefully we'll make some change in the
Mm-hmm.
next week to 2 weeks. So whatever we do today, you don't see it until about a week to 10 days from now.
Right. So
So
for this target
there's a
testing, it's only the people that need to know are going to be contacted to go get this testing, or what is it? Is it like going to be we're going to let the public know about where this
no,
rapid testing is going to take place? I mean, you guys could say that we're going to do stuff. It's going to ramp up, but if nobody really knows anything, like,
yeah, target testing means that we identify certain high risk group. We go after this high risk group.
mm-hmm,
That's target. You're talking about mass community, mean that everyone symptomatic or not in the community can go to one site and do the testing.
mm-hmm,
But target testing means you go to that site and you test the high risk population. So it's totally different
mm-hmm,
approach.
mm-hmm,
I know there's a rise in the outer island resident. So it's going to be target testing. They're going to they're trying to try to reach those population and you know and try to isolate the positive and do quarantine appropriately, and so to minimize the risks of the spread of the virus. So, and people have a different pathway, have different challenge. People have no ride. People, living facility is crowded. So there's a lot of other factor out there that can cause the virus to spread rapidly. So
right. So what is
they're
the
gonna
plan
go
to
to
address that with these multi-generational homes? These
uh,
multi-generational families that are in these homes. Like, for example, I remember early on when Linda Pico de Norci was the administrator. Remember when they went up to Estumbo and the Sagan Linadzen,
yeah.
and they went out there where they held the testing and they went door to door. And those houses are small, but there's so many people that live in these homes. I mean, what's going to happen if you? I'm not sure if you're talking about doing something like that, going to populations, targeting populations like that, where there are many people that live in homes, and if you do, how are you going to separate people if there's people that aren't positive, and there are people that are positive living in the same home, and there's so many homes that are affected? And do we have enough space, like for example, at the isolation facility, or are we going to have to acquire another one? I mean, what's the
that's a
plan?
yeah. You have often we have a positive patient in the clinic, and then when you do through the interview in the brief interview in the clinic, they live in a house of 10 15 people. It's a big concern because you go from one positive, now you have at least 7 8 9 or 10 positive in that house if you don't take the appropriate action. So this is where if you go out to the site, if you test them as positive, public health and the social worker can take the action right there at the site and try to minimize the spread of the virus within the family. So depend on this certain scenario, they act accordingly, but at least they act at site rather than you test someone positive in the clinic and you not at their home at the site to try to assess their living situation at home. So there's a whole team that go out there rather than just the person that do the test. So hopefully by doing that, you can put a dent positivity rate. So it's not just one person now; it's the whole team that's going to go out to the site.
How many people are we talking as part of this team? Is a team of public
Um,
health people or National Guard or?
Of public health, the guard, the Army Guard. So I mean, it's involved a lot of agency, and I mean, this is where the governor identify where all the risk factor is and all the high risk population, and she wanted now, and that's very appropriate, for her to want it now, like I say, it's not the weekend. They're gonna act right away. So it's going to happen today. I think that you will more likely will have that in the news sometime today, tomorrow, from Friday and Saturday. So it's not just a one-day thing. It's going to be multiple days.
Okay, so targeted testing of high-risk populations. Is that what you said?
Yes, and that's and that's in line with the plan of the future for rapid response team. And rapid response team can do a lot of stuff, not just the target testing, but let's say that in the future, if the school open and when the school turn positive, the rapid response team will go to that school and to try to do their contact tracing right away, almost the same day. So that way, you can minimize the impact of that school and not have to close that school down completely. So the rapid response team idea and theory is going to apply to many situations in the future rather than just the target testing, the high risk only. So, but this is the start, the phase one of it. So something that we want to put together many months ago, but it's just happened now. But like I say, it's never too late to start something to move forward. So you don't look in the past, you should move forward.
Okay, so where's this high risk population? Where are you referring to, and who are you referring to?
I want to answer.
Is it in the north, Doc?
It's in the north,
Okay.
And I think that's the problem.
The
People
north
aren't being transparent. People aren't letting the community know. But yet, you want us to be responsible, but nobody knows anything.
The north part of the island is the most populated area. There's a lot of subgroup, Filipino, Chamorro, the outer island population. There's a lot. So I think just like the past where they go to Hemlani apartment and do all the testing. The same. Those are target testing. Certain subgroup. There's somewhere, I don't know. It's a zero down or something. I'm not familiar with the up north.
Yeah.
I know there's two target group up there that they try to go to. Sabrina, I know the name, but I tell you, if I remember that, I tell you, but I know there's two.
So one is zero down.
subdivision up.
Is the other Gil Breeze?
Yeah, the zero down something. Chris, that's the first one you say. That more likely they're gonna go there. And,
So let me just read you this. Let me just read you this, and I'll go paragraph by paragraph, and you can tell me fact or fiction. Highest infection area, Dededo and Jigo. Chuukese community, 300% higher than all other communities. Fact, fiction. True, not true. I respect you, you respect me.
That's the public information. I think that's out there in the community already.
So
yes,
fact,
that's
fact.
true.
I got it.
Okay.
That's what
Caucasian, military, federal civil service, next highest.
What'd you say, Sabrina?
Caucasian, military, federal, civil service, next highest.
That's the second one. Yeah, it's out there.
Okay.
That is fact.
I think
Wow.
that's already, and that's the
Philippine
data
community
released
highest in deaths.
yes.
Okay. FSM
That's up
community next highest in deaths, although they comprise only 7% of population.
That's been released. Yes.
Most infections in multi-generational homes.
100%. That's
Okay.
what the family gathering and everything is. It's because there's a multi-generational home. But that's the culture of our island. Though we have many family, second, third, or fourth generation in one setting.
53 of 69 positive cases from a recent test are from the northern region. There has been a dramatic increase in coronavirus infections in the northern region of Guam.
The northern region is the number one place.
Okay.
Point.
Starting Thursday, the Department
Yeah.
of Public Health's rapid engagement team will focus on the northern region, Dedido and Jigo, going house to house to test everyone.
I think they start today, and they're gonna go over the next few days. That's the rapid response team activity. Like I say, it's involved many agency. Again, we know what is the most positive rate at this point, and we're gonna try to put a dent by doing the rapid response team.
Will not be lifting any restrictions for at least 2 more weeks.
Right now, I think that with the current positive rate, it's kind of hard to do any lifting on the restriction until we put a dent on this thing. I mean, 90 something plus per day is a really high rate at this point.
Yeah.
And again, it's no magic answer on that one, except that we had to put a dent on this because the hospitalization now in the 60, and I think it's going to be on the 70 sooner or later. With all the positivity we see in the on the clinic and the hospital, and the surge with the non-COVID patient in the hospital, it's a huge risk for everybody on the whole island.
Well, I thank you.
But,
Thanks, Doc, for answering those questions. I think, people just really want to know what the plan is and what we need to do, even though we do need to just wear a mask, social distance, and stay away from each other. So
yes,
you're right. We are on the front line, but we also need to know, information like that.
Yeah, that's a transparency that you need to be out there and
It should come from the governor's office, though, Doc. It should come from the governor's office, not a WhatsApp message. Sorry. Not
Because
sorry.
I know, if I live in the north, that if somebody came knocking at my door and I didn't know who you were, I probably wouldn't answer.
No, it's a coordination. They coordinate that with the council in general. Everyone is on the same page. It's not just a surprise. It's that fly out there. There's a lot of stuff out there that in the subgroup that we want to target. So it's not a surprise thing. It's been discussed with every party involved. So like I said, when that big, it's going to be out there and people know. And you have the information already. And I will confirm that, and there's no problem. So I say, people in the public need to know. Because I say it's everyone fight. It's not just it's everyone's responsibility. It's not the governor nor the government. It's everyone responsibility at this point.
Doc, I just want to go back before we let you go because we're up against the top of the hour. Highest infection area, Dedido, Jigo, Chukis community, 300% higher than all other communities. Caucasian, military, federal, civil service, next highest. Are these numbers strictly for the northern region of Guam, or do these cover the whole island?
That's the whole island, Chris.
Okay.
I mean, we report for the whole island, but again, the north, the part of the island is the most crowded, so naturally it's going to have the most positivity rate. But down south, it's going up too, so you have to be careful. The people in the south, it's going up slowly, but like I said, once it's rooted, it's very hard to control if people don't take the responsibility.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you so much for your time this morning, Dr. Hoa.
You're welcome, guys. Be safe.
You be safe. Wash your hands.
Yeah.
We have the baked pumpkin turnovers, organic, free range. If you want to grab some for the staff on your way out. Don't panic. It's organic.
Hey.
And social, please, okay? And Chris Sabrina, we coming up with a lot of holidays, so please ask people to be extra careful during the holiday and try to not gathering so much.
Yeah.
I know everything come up Thanksgiving, everything, but be careful.
Thank you,
okay?
Doc. Thank you. Thank you. That was Dr. Hoa Nguyen of the Physicians
Doc.
Advisory Group. He is the chairman of the PAG. And thank you so much to our viewers on KUAM TV. It's been a great morning with you guys. We appreciate it if you jump over to our KUAM News Facebook live feed here. That's Edward R. Murrow award-winning social media stuff. So do that. And again, you can also cut on the radio, the good old-fashioned way, tried and true, KUAM FM 93.9. Again, to our viewers on KUAM TV, you've got your scheduled programming for KUAM coming up next. For Sabrina, my name's Chris. Adios.
Bye.
Back. Hey, good morning. Hey, good morning, Guam. 8:05. We're going to take a short break, and there's a whole lot of shaking that's going to be going on